And welcome to the Trip Athletic Center here for tonight's home finale of the volleyball season. It is the Corsairs hosting the Lancers of Worcester State. Worcester State coming in at 8-17. UMass Dartmouth 8-15 coming in to this one. So final contest here at home for the seniors. Corsairs eliminated from postseason play. They'll have one more conference match coming up after tonight, and that will be their finale. And that will be on this Saturday, the 2nd of November at Castleton. That will be Saturday night at 6 o'clock. So they do have a chance to pick up perhaps a win to go to 3-5 to finish in conference play. And then also, if they get a win here tonight in this one, can finish with double digits and finish the year strong at 10-15, just be 5 under 500 as opposed to perhaps a little bit worse than that. So we'll see what the Corsairs are able to do tonight. We'll take a break for the national anthem. Be back with starters real quick before the start of this one. And we'll get you the match and much more here from the Trip Athletic Center. You're watching UMass Dartmouth volleyball on Corsairathletics.com. And welcome back here to the Trip Athletic Center, getting ready to go here for this one between Worcester State and UMass Dartmouth. Quick look here at the starters in this one. Liel Taylor getting the start for the Lancers. Katie Nunn. It is going to be Stephanie Chapin, Megan Johns, Madison Theo, and number 18, Erin Gaffney. Head coach is Bernie Chase of the Lancers. As for UMass Dartmouth, they'll start with Mallory Singer, Megan Mullinex, Jillian Sikora will be the libero here tonight, Nora Kraft, the starter as well, Nicole Silverman, Tashnell Africa, and Jordan Rittberger. Now, the Corsairs in the home whites here tonight. In the huddle here one last time on the year at the Trip Athletic Center, blue uniforms for the visiting Lancers of Worcester State. Teams did not meet last season. You have to go back to the 2017 campaign for the last time that these two schools met. They met right here in Dartmouth. It was on October 12th of 2017, and it was a 3-1 win for Worcester State. Lancers in that one took the first set. The Corsairs took the second one, and then UMass Dartmouth falling in the next two after that. Corsairs hoping they can get a win here this time around against the Lancers. Just one other match going on tonight with an LEC team playing, and that is Rhode Island College. They are at Emmanuel. They're just underway right now. Tomorrow you'll have UMass Boston visiting Endicott. Mitchell will travel to Western Connecticut tomorrow night as well. Corsairs serving to get this going for the final time here at home. Johns sends it over. Now up front, Silverman getting it towards Singer. This one will be tipped out of bounds off of the Lancers. and it is 1-0 UMass Dartmouth as they'll get the first point here tonight. Jordan Rittberger serving. Rittberger's serve will be set in the back by Natalie Gillis, and no one there to play it after Gillis set the ball. It will go down to the floor, and it is 2-0. Rittberger serving again, mishandled by Megan Johns, and it goes out of bounds on that back line. So a 3-0 advantage for UMass Dartmouth to get the night started here. Berger serves yet again as they have gotten the first 3 points. Too strong on that one as it was played over by Stephanie Chapin, and it will go out of bounds. 4-0 UMass Dartmouth here in the early stages. Here's Rittberger again, low line drive serve, played now at the front of the net. Sikora diving there, trying to keep it alive, could not get it before it hit the floor. A good effort, but the Lancers will get a point, and it is 4-1. Serving here, Gio, and it will be too strong. Out of bounds it goes, so serve error, and a point will go to UMass Dartmouth. Now we will see Nicole Silverman serve for the first time, a senior here. Silverman's serve handled by Gillis up front now. It is Zoe getting it over. Tashnell Africa had that one set up for her, trying to get the kill. Kept alive, though, by the Lancers. It was set then over the net by Bergio. This will hug that back line, and it is a point for UMass Dartmouth. 6-1 Corsairs, so they are off and running here in the home finale. Now it will be Nicole Silverman to serve. Silverman, it will go out, and the point will go to UMass Dartmouth. So some errors early on in this one by the Lancers. A 7-1 advantage for the Corsairs as Nicole Silverman now will serve. Silverman's serve mishandled by Madison Zoe, and it goes out of bounds by the Lancers bench. It is 8-1. We'll see if they think about a timeout, and they will, as Bernie Chase will take a timeout, the head coach of Worcester State right here, to talk things over as UMass Dartmouth in complete control to get this started, out to an 8-1 lead here in this one.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well, but it also made me realize that I have a lot of
Bears to get this started. Cole Silverman serving here. Swan played. Get a signal, no whistle, but they just made a signal. It's played underneath the net by the Lancers. That's what it looked like, and they will, in fact, get that right. As Nicole Silverman now will serve. 10-1 now. Corsairs as they continue to rack the points on the board here in the early going. Kept alive now up front, Chapin. Sikora with a set now, Rittberger. It's fired on over by Singer, and it will go out of bounds. Now, a point going to the Lancers as it's now 10-2. Stephanie Chapin will serve. Coming on in, Aaron Gaffney up front. Low line drive finding its way over the net. Corsairs have to get it over here, and they do. It was Emma Ayet who sent it over. This one played now back up front, Rittberger. Ayet I'll play that. This one getting off of the hoop that is up, and they cannot play the carom there. The Lancer took a favorable Corsair bounce off that basketball hoop that was up, and it is 11-2 UMass Dartmouth, as that is in play off of the hoop. Just got to hope that you can play the carom correctly. Sikora, the one who just served there, sent back on over by Gaffney. Quick set here for the front, and Ayette will overpower Cameron Gio to make it 12-2. Now Sikora's serve here, mishandled as trying to set it was Natalie Gillis, and will drop to the floor. 13-2 Corsairs here as they continue to pour it on here in this first set. Jillian Sikora will now serve. Sikora's serve with too much on it. It goes out of bounds, and it is 13-3. One fired on over on a set by Nora Kraft, mishandled, and look at the point. Riley Thomas will come in, and it'll be Riley Thomas serving. Thomas, a short serve there, kept alive, and the attempt over will hit Natalie Gillis, as it was Stephanie Chapin who tried to send it over, but hitting it off her own teammate on that last-ditch effort. Now Riley Thomas will serve once again. And Thomas on the serve. He'll get it over. Quick set now up front by Ward. We'll get a whistle. And it is going to be a double touch on the Lancers. 16-3 UMass Dartmouth here. Riley Thomas will send it over there. Off the hoop, Sikora will stay with it. Thomas able to get up there and knock it over somehow. Thomas got a piece of it. Diving attempt by Emma, but she could not keep it going. Well, it was a great effort there all around to try to keep this going. But the point will end up going to the Lancers. Natalie Gillis now will serve. Now Sikora up front, Thomas. That one blocked as Ayette had it blocked. She was able to send it back over. This one will be too much to handle for Nicole Silverman as it goes out. 16-5, so Lancers tacking on a couple points here. Still though down big, 16-5 to UMass Dartmouth. Sikora will play it. It was close to whether it would have stayed. Mishandled by Nora Kraft as they tried to send it over. As it was Kraft trying to get the kill. Up front, Riley Thomas setting it for Spock. He's able to keep it alive. A whistle and a double touch will go against the Lancers. The Alberghini, the one whistle for that. And Megan Molinex now serving for the Corsairs. Her serve gets over. Lancers trying to play it back. Molinex unable to handle it. It goes out by the UMass Dartmouth bench, and it's now 17-7. A sloppy start for the Lancers, but they've been able to tack on some points here. Make it now just a 10-point deficit. And a serve ace there. Too much there to handle for Jillian Sikora. Madison Zoe, the one who had the serve there, and the point. Now Kuzo will serve again. So serve. Now Thomas will set this one. Played now by Cuso. Whistle, another double touch against the Lancers. Sarah Ward, the one whistled for the double touch. Tashnell Africa come back in. It'll be Nora Kraft to serve. Jillian Sikora will get a brief break. Usually it's not too long where we see her on the bench. Nora Kraft's serve will go out of bounds. And now Sikora will come back in. Now 18-9 the score here in this first set. Corsairs in control. Molinex now up front. Thomas fired on over by Spock. Cora back to Molinex up front. Tashnell Africa able to float this one over. Blocked up front by Africa, but it'll be tipped out of bounds. Getting up there was Gagnon. And it will be Katie Gagnon to serve. Africa fires it over. Riley Thomas with a set. That one will be punched back over. Sikora now to Thomas. Now Silverman trying to get it over. A whistle. And 4 touches on the Corsairs, and just like that, it's now 18-11. One for sure at the start of this. Looked like the Corsairs be able to run away with this first set, but right now that's not the case. The Lancers have hung tough. Serve there, and that will go out of bounds. So serve error will make it 19-11. Jordan Rittberger will serve. Berger's serve. Will be played by Nunn. Played now Molinex. Up front Singer. Now Gagnon. Miss hit there by Nicole Silverman as it goes into the net. It's 19-12. Joe will graze the top of the net. Cameron Bergeau will get a point, and it's now 19-13. Joe's serve this time with a lot on it. Set on up now for Silverman, and it's sent out of bounds, and it's now 19-14. Joe's serve played by Sikora. Up front Rittberger. Sent over there by Mallory Singer to get the point. And it is now 20-14. Cole Silverman now will serve. Lead there by Sikora. Poked over by Singer. Way too much on it, though. And it's out of bounds, and it is 20-15. Chapin serve too strong. It goes out of bounds. 20-15. Now another serve error there on the Lancers. So 21-15 now the score. Corsairs creeping closer, but really with the way things started, you thought they could really just put this first set away. A hurry, Sikora's serve. They'll come back across, and it is waited for by Ayed, and she'll spike it down for the point. 22-15. And a timeout taken now by Worcester State here with it now 22-15, UMass Dartmouth. Keep it right here for the timeout taken by the Lancers. Some numbers here. Far in the match, 23-20 attacks in favor of UMass Dartmouth, kills 7-5 in favor of the Corsairs. Corsairs have committed 6 attack errors, 4 for Worcester State. This is 6-4 in favor of the Corsairs. 3 serve errors for the Lancers, 2 for UMass Dartmouth. Serve aces, 7 for the Corsairs, 2 for the Lancers. Dig totals 11-9 in favor of UMass Dartmouth. Emiette leading everyone with 4 kills. Liel Tyler with 3 for the Lancers. And it will be Jillian Sikora to serve here out of the timeout taken by Worcester State. Gone over, set, and kept alive. Gillis going to have that one blocked, and it will go out of bounds off of UMass Dartmouth, 22-16 now. And on in, Sarah Ward, and she'll serve. And this will be sent on over for a point as it's tipped on out. It was Emiette who sent it over. 23-16. And Riley Thomas will now serve. This is serve now up front. Or blocked up front as Nora Kraft and Emiette getting up there. 24-16 now, and the Corsairs a point away here from ending this first set. Gone over by Thomas, run down by Ward. This one can't find its way over. It was Ayed who tried to get it over to end it. 24, now 17. Lee Gillis now will serve. And Gillis' serve. Done over. Sikora, now Thomas. This one played on over by Ayed. Thomas to Sikora. He will set Ayed up, who plays it over. Now Ward. Mishandled by the Corsairs after Liel Tyler sent it over. 24-18. Cora will play that up front now, Thomas. This one will find its way over. Lancers able to keep it alive but can't get it over as Sarah Ward hits in the net. 25-18 the final here in the first set as UMass Dartmouth will get the win. They lead the match 1-0 as they were able to hang on and beat the Lancers here in set number 1. We will take a break, be back with second set action here from the Tripp Athletic Center. It's 25-18. UMass Dartmouth in the first set to have a 1-0 lead here in the match. You're watching UMass Dartmouth Volleyball on Corsairathletics.com. at 25-18. The Lancers making a push late after being down big. At one point it was a double-digit deficit for the Lancers. It was a 10-1 run to open it up for UMass Dartmouth. And the Lancers able to make it somewhat competitive as it ended up 25-18. Corsairs on the floor, they're ready to go. And the Lancers back on the floor, they're ready to go as well. Well, we'll see what the Corsairs can do here. Lancers serving to get this started. Sent into the net there by Mallory Singer. Not over. Point going to the Lancers, 1-0. Nunn serving. It's played up front. Rittberger fired on over. Sikora keeps it alive. Have to get it over here, and they do as it was Ayet. This one sent into the net. Can the Lancers get it over? They do. Corsairs will poke this one back over as Nicole Silverman. Quite a few Lancers making an effort on it. The one who kept it alive originally was Natalie Gillis, and a hard-fought point, but it goes to UMass Dartmouth, and it is 1-1 here in this second set in the early stages. This one will go out of bounds. It was punched on over by Katie Gagnon. 2-1 UMass Dartmouth. It was Nicole Silverman who served right there. And we will see Silverman serve once again. Into the net by Silverman. A serve error, and it's tied up at 2. Lancers serving here. It's up front. And the point will go to the Corsairs, as they say they are beneficiaries of a tip by Katie Gagnon. 3-2, UMass Dartmouth. Jillian Sikora now will serve. Or a serve. Played up front, Gagnon. Whistle. Point going to the Lancers. Going on the Corsairs there. So we are tied up at 3. Unable to be handled by Silverman. 4-3. This one will be tipped out of bounds. Gio was the one who had it tipped out. Oh, 4-4, as we will see Riley Thomas serve. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it's sent on over by Megan Johns as they will get the point. 5-4 Lancers. A little back and forth here in the early going here of our second set. Lee Thomas will play it. Sikora getting it up now for Spock. Spock got it over. Lancers have to play it over here, and they do. Played now by Silverman. Sikora now to Silverman, who will fire it over. Joe. Back over Sikora, set now by Thomas, up front, sent over by Ayet, and the Lancers somehow able to keep this alive. We'll get a whistle. 4 touches going on Worcester State, and we're tied up at 5. Oh, the back and forth continuing here as we're tied at 5. And now it will be Megan Mullinex to serve. Mullinex serving. And this one sent into the net up front by the Lancers. Last touch by Sarah Ward. And it will finally come on down to the floor. 6-5. Corsairs. So back in front of the Corsairs, trying now just to create some separation as either side. Lancers have to get it over, and they do. Sikora. Now Thomas, it went towards Kraft. Thomas with a set. Silverman will send it over for the point. Old Silverman getting the kill right there. Good job there up front by the Corsairs, being able to set that one up for Nicole Silverman to finish it off. And we'll see Mullinex serve once again. Mullinex's serve will find its way over. This one sent underneath the net by the Lancers as it was played off the net by Erin Gaffney. And then it was Gaffney who knocked it underneath the net, 8-5. Sliding there to keep it alive. And a set over right there. And the point will go to the Lancers. And Jill will be the one who sets it over and is able to keep it inbounds. Gillis serving. Corsairs get up there to play it. Silverman with the point there, as that is tipped by Gillis out of bounds. So Nicole Silverman making it 9-6. And we will see. There's now serving. Vanessa Barreto serving here. Barreto serve a low on drive. It is sent back over by the Lancers, but it goes out of bounds. 10-6 UMass Dartmouth. So Barreto able to get that low serve over. And here is Barreto once again. That will stay in bounds as they'll hope that it went out. Natalie Gillis, the one who watches that one fall in front of her. 11-6. So Barreto with 2 points in a row here for the Corsairs. See Barreto serving again. Barreto, serve kept alive. Then punched on over by Chapin. Set it up for Silverman, and it will go out of bounds. No tip. 11-7 as the Lancers get a point. Madison Cuso. Thomas up front, Silverman, and that will be a point for UMass Dartmouth as they were able to clank it around. The last one was Leland Tour. Tour could not get it over and just not enough on it. 12-7 UMass Dartmouth. Here is Rittberger to serve. Grazing the top of the net, and it goes over for a point. As Ventura could not make a play on it. 13-7 UMass Dartmouth. Rittberger serving here. Lancers keep it alive. Now Sikora up front. Rittberger fired on over by Singer. It's then tipped out of bounds. 14-7. And a timeout will be taken here by Worcester State. We'll keep it right here for the timeout. 14-7 UMass Dartmouth with a good-sized lead here. As they took the first set as well, 25-18. Worcester State was able to come on back and make it closer. Off of the serves. 6 points here on service aces in this second set for UMass Dartmouth alone. Also 7 points coming on kills. So sent on over. Sakura diving there to keep it alive. Mullinex. Now Ward. Sakura keeps it alive. Tashnell Africa tapped that one. Could not get it over. Then Jordan Rittberger tried to play it, and she could not either. 14-8. None serving. Tashnell Africa. Too much on that right there. And Africa will send it out 14-9. So just like that, Lancers creeping back after the timeout. This one blocked. Mullinex now to Rittberger. It was Silverman who played it over. This one mishandled as it's played out by the Lancers. 15-9. Hard serve there from Silverman. Africa will send it back over, and the point will go to UMass Dartmouth as that one is tipped towards the back line and it falls. So 16-9 now. And here it is, Silverman serving once again. This one not going to get over. A good block up front by Africa and Ayet, who are up there. This will go out of bounds. Was there a tip? No, there was not, as the Corsairs do not touch it. It is now 17-9. Well, they were getting ready to get up there to make a play on it, but they were able just to not touch it miraculously. Into the net there by Silverman, a serve error. It's now 17-10. Bergeau now serving. Kept alive now Sakura, as was Silverman, who went to the floor to keep it going. Africa going to block that one back over. Now it's set over towards Gillis. Played by Rittberger. Sakura now setting up Silverman, who gets it back over. Played by Cuso. Blocked up front by Africa, as Ayet was up there as well. This one comes back over. Bears have to get it over here, and they do. And the point going there to Mallory Singer, as that was tipped out of bounds. 18-10 now, UMass Dartmouth, and Jillian Sikora will be the one to serve. Set over the net here. Played down by Rittberger. Thrown on over there by Mallory Singer into an open spot on the floor. It's now 19-10. Well, the Corsairs creeping closer to finishing this one off, as it will now be Julian Sikora yet again to serve. Senior libero from Bird, Connecticut. Played by Sikora, now Rittberger. They'll fire this one on over by Ayet. There's keep it alive, played now by Silverman. Mishandled there as Emma Ayet sent that one over in a hurry. It was mishandled by Bergeau. And it is 20-10, UMass Dartmouth. The timeout now taken here by Worcester State. The Corsairs in complete control, 5 points away from closing out this second set. And in this one, you got to give them credit, not really allowing the Lancers to hang around in this set. That was something that we saw in that first set. Double-digit lead, and it ended up ending 25-18, so they let them hang around. Corsairs never gave up the lead, as we had no ties, no lead changes at all. in that first set. Here we've had 5 ties and 3 lead changes. That was when it was going back and forth early on. But ever since the back and forth early on, it has been all UMass Dartmouth here in this. 12 of the 20 points for the Corsairs coming via kills. And we will see Jillian Sikora now to serve. Jillian Sikora serving. Will loft this over. Set on up. So up front now as it's set by Rittberger. This one blocked. Played now by Rittberger. Now Singer. This one will slide on over by Johns, trying to keep it alive, and it's 20-10. Jillian Sikora serving. Lancers will try to get it over here. Short play back over the net by Chapin. Chapin again will do that. They're ready for it as Ayette. And then it's over by Rittberger. And they will beat the Corsairs on that outside as Jillian Sikora into a dive could not play it. 21-11. Stephanie Chapin now will serve here for the Lancers. This one poked on over for a point by Nora Kraft as the Lancers could not handle it. 22-11. Riley Thomas's serve will be uncontested as it goes over, and it's 23-11. We will see Riley Thomas serve once again. His serve will tap the top of the net. Lancers unable to keep that alive or get it over. I think it was Gagnon who was able to keep it alive momentarily, but then it was smacked into the net after the fact. And Riley Thomas has a chance to end it here serving. Kept alive now, Gillis. Gone back, Thomas with a set. It's now played over by Silverman. Back up front, Thomas. Punched over, and it's inbounds for Emma Ayette. Point for UMass Dartmouth. That will do it, 25-11. UMass Dartmouth will take the second set, take a 2-0 lead as we will take a break here between set number 2 and 3. Corsairs leading the match 2-0 after a 25-11 win here in set number 2. We'll take a break and be back here from the Tripp Athletic Center. It is 2-0 in the match. UMass Dartmouth, they lead Worcester State. You're watching UMass Dartmouth Volleyball on Corsairathletics.com. And we are back here at the Tripp Athletic Center, 2-0 in the match in favor of UMass Dartmouth as they look to close out the Lancers here. Second set going to the Corsairs in convincing fashion, 25-11. As for the first, 25-18. Corsairs took that first one as well. Both teams ready to go. Official will check in the lineup and the rotation where everyone is here. As UMass Dartmouth getting ready to go here. He will serve to get it started. Jordan Rittberger to serve. Rittberger gets it when he comes back. Now Sikora over towards Silverman. Whistle, and it will go on the Lancers. A double touch is the call. 1-0 UMass Dartmouth here early in the first set. Now here is Rittberger serving again. This one will go to the Lancers as they got it over, and then it was tipped out of bounds, 1-1. This will go out of bounds as Mullinex will wisely let it go. 2-1 the score. Fired on over on the serve, comes back, Touchnell Africa got it over, and the Lancers played it over by Gillis. Set that one blocked, Sikora have to get it over, and they do as a one-handed effort by Singer played it over. Now Gillis able to get that one down for a point as Jordan Rittberger got one hand on it, and it went down to the floor. 2-2, we're tied up here. Oh, it was back and forth in the beginning of our second set. We have 5 ties and 3 lead changes for the Corsairs. It was pulled away. Point going to UMass Dartmouth. That's unable to play that one back over was Aaron Gaffney. Leanne Sikora now will serve. Sikora's serve. Bent over. Gagnon plays it back on over for a point. 3-3. We're all tied up. Lancers will get a few subs in. We're coming on in. Sarah Ward, and she'll serve. Cora now towards Silverman, who can't knock it over into the net. It goes, and the point will go to the Lancers. Serving here is Ward. Played now by Rittberger. Fired on over for a point by Mallory Singer as that will stay in bounds. We are tied up now at 4. And we'll see Courtney Carrero in to serve for UMass Dartmouth. Now here is Carrero serving. Ward now, that one blocked. And then comes back over as Natalie Gillis was the one who was able to get it over. 5-4. back and forth, the trend continues. Lancers back with the lead for the time being. Too much on that serve as it goes out of bounds. Vanessa Barreto now serving. Barreto diving to the floor to keep that alive. Bears have to get it over here, and they do it. Spock got it over. Way too much on it from Zincuso, and it will go out of bounds. 6-5 UMass Dartmouth as they are back with the lead. Sikora. Now to Silverman. It comes back over. Silverman with a set. Carrero. Played now by Kraft. Sikora has to get it over and does, and that one will stay inbounds in the back corner as UMass Dartmouth will grab that point right there. Now it is now 7-5. And Barreto will serve once again. Played now, Sikora, punched over by Silverman. Back the other way, Ward, and a big whiff right there by Liel Tyler. Maybe got a little bit of a piece of it, but not enough by any means to get it over. Oh, now 8-5. Barreto's serve will be handled here. Run down, played up front, Tyler. Now Carrero to Sikora to Silverman. And Silverman will get that over. Diving attempt by Chapin to try to play it. And the Corsairs lead now extending to 9-5. Barreto will serve. It's handled up front by UMass Dartmouth as Nora Kraft sent it into the net. It's 9-6. So it'll graze the top of the net. And the Lancers will send it right back down once it came back. Beneath Chapin will get the point. It's now 9-7. And Burgio will serve. Serve handled here. Up front. Carrero, it's blocked. Carrero setting this one up. It was sent over by Spock. Joe. Now Sikora runs it down. Thrown on over by Silverman. Lancers have to get it over here, and they do, as it was set on over. Sikora set up front now. Spock will get it over. Lancers will set it by themselves as it's Ward who got it to Tyler who got it over. Now the other way. It will be Nicole Silverman who will get the point. Mishandled right there by Cameron Burgio. And it is now 10-7. Lamagna in, and she'll serve. Played up front, Ward unable to be sent on over by Chapin of the Lancers, and it is 11-7. This one's fired on over. And a point here will go to the Lancers as the Corsairs can't play it over. Chanel Africa flips it over. So now Johns too strong. It will go out of bounds. 12-8 now the score. Fired on over, and it will go out of bounds. Too much on it from Mallory Singer. 12-9 now. Tyler now will serve for the Lancers. Their serve into the net, and the point will go to the Corsairs. 13-9. Silverman serving. And a point going to the Lancers right there. As Zoe is the one who sent it over. 13-10. Be Stephanie Chapin to serve. And then she'll get the point. Sakura diving head first. Trying to play it, but could not. Whistle here against the Corsairs. They played it on the other side of the pole, trying to get it over, and just like that, it is now 13-12. Chapin serving here as the Lancers try to tie here. Short serve run down by Sakura. Ayette, this one blocked. Back up in the air, Singer. Now Silverman, that one will graze the net, and the Lancers will send it back over, but it will go out of bounds over by the table on the other side. Oh, a 2-point advantage for UMass Dartmouth as it's 14-12. Will go out of bounds as it was Sakura who sent it out on the serve attempt. Oh, it is now 14-13. Whistle, and it will be a palm violation on the Lancers. Serving now, Courtney Carrero with the Corsairs up 14-13. Too much on that by Chapin. It will go out of bounds, and it is now 16-13. Carrero serving. Too much on that. Out of bounds it goes. On Worcester State, it's now 17-13. And a timeout will be taken here by the Lancers with it now 17-13 Corsairs, as the Corsairs just need to win one here to finish off the match via a sweep here tonight. Take a look at the numbers here, the scoring breakdown here in this third set. Each team has gotten 6 points via kills, 1 point on a serve ace for Worcester State. Corsairs gotten 6 points on attack errors by the Lancers. Worcester State has gotten 3 points on attack errors by UMass Dartmouth. 2 points coming on serve errors for UMass Dartmouth, 1 for the Lancers. Overall, 30-17 are the kills. in favor of the Corsairs in this one. They have the margin in assists, 25-15, 15-4 in serve aces. 5-5 serve errors in this one. Taking a look now at how this was a little bit back and forth just like the second set. Well, in the second one, we had 5 ties and 3 lead changes. Here in the third, we've had 5 ties and 2 lead changes. First one, it was just all UMass Dartmouth, even though it ended up 25-18 as they went off to just an outstanding start at a 10-1 lead and eventually a double-digit lead in that one. This one played. Organi gets it again. Will set it over, a whistle, double touch, and the point will go to UMass Dartmouth. It's 18-13. This one sent on over. Unable to play that over as Natalie Gillis. Into the net it goes. It's 19-13. So just one contest remaining for the Corsairs after tonight. Saturday, the season finale on the road. On November 2nd at Castleton. 6 o'clock will be the start time for that. This one blocked up front, and the point will go to UMass Dartmouth. Getting up there was Nora Kraft, and it is 20-13. Said Corsairs eliminated from postseason contention. Best they could finish would be 10-15 overall. So this one holds them to get their 9th win, and then 3-5 in the LEC. Poked on over Sikora. Now sent over by Emma Ayet for the point, 21-13. UMass Dartmouth, as they continue to inch closer. And Courtney Carrero will be the one to serve now. Carrero's serve into the net, and it's 21-14, so the Lancers will get a point there. Well, number 1 seed in the LEC going to go to Plymouth State. So now, as this is sent into net by the Lancers, and the point will go to the Corsairs, 22-14. Currently in second, Eastern Connecticut 5-2 right now in third. Boston 5-3. Cora, this one set now for Silverman. Nice job here, the Corsairs playing this one. It's sent over by Silverman. Now it is Cuso. Played by Mullinex. Mishandled up front by Nora Kraft. And it is 22-15. Unable to be sent over as Liel Tyler sends it into the net. Not enough on that. 23-15. Timeout will be taken here by Worcester State. And we will keep it right here during the break in the action with the timeout. Eastern Connecticut and Plymouth State will be in action over the weekend. Taking a look more at the playoff picture, we'll give it to you anyway. Plymouth State has clinched the one as they beat Western Connecticut. When you take a look at that picture, Stern has also clinched the two. Regardless, well, that's where things stand in the top part. Boston has also played 8 contests as well, so they are officially done, as this one only will be handled by Chapin as it goes out of bounds. Eastern Connecticut beat them, so they right now have the 4. There's the chance to end this right here. Too strong there by Albert Gainey, and that will do it. 25-15 the score in the match, as UMass Dartmouth will get the victory here, as they will beat Worcester State here. Corsairs will be in action on Saturday against Castleton at 6 o'clock to close out the year. At Castleton, 6 o'clock. And Corsairs then will be back here come time next September. So the final in this one, 3-0 the match in favor of the Corsairs. They get the win in the third set, 25-15. Win the second, 25-11. First set going 25-18. Now that is how things will shake out and end here tonight as the Corsairs get the win. Worcester State 3-0. Corsairs 9-15 on the year. A win at Castleton would give them 10 wins on the year, and they'd hope to finish then at 10-15. But 9-15 now at the end of tonight. And for Worcester State, 8-18 now on the year for the Lancers. That will do it for the broadcast here tonight from the Tripp Athletic Center as the Corsairs get the win over Worcester State, a sweep 3-0. I'm Brian Clemenson here from the Tripp Athletic Center saying so long, enjoy the rest of your Halloween night and the rest of your Thursday night.